What's going on, people? It's your boy, stayconnected people. Today, people, I'm reacting to Dr. Umar Johnson, yeah, and Nick Cannon having a sit down and stuff like that. It's called Dr. Umar Johnson on why society do not celebrate black beauty enough. Yeah, we're gonna talk about this, people, and what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, people, man, we're gonna get into this, and you're gonna tell me your thoughts and opinion in the comment section. Do you agree with the conversation? Do you think the conversation was good? Do you want me to react to many more of these conversations? Yes, no. Do you want me to get into more of their own content separate, or do you want me to get into other creators' platforms as well, other than these two? And yeah, people, man, let's get me more into more other different type of content in the comment section, and let's go, people. Let's go, man. Let's go, people, man.
So I've got to unpack this in many ways because sitting on a psychologist's couch, yes, I feel guilty.
Okay.
But I feel guilty for multiple things.
Okay.
And what I've learned about, there's nothing wrong with guilt. Doesn't mean shame.
I agree with you.
Guilt means accountability.
I agree with you. I totally agree.
And I say that to say, symbolism, what our community sees, who they hold up high and revere, is all real. So I always talk about equanimity in that sense of where I must be responsible to, if I faltered in this way, I have to make up for it in this way. So I know I am unsuccessful when it comes to relationships. From I have a failed marriage, I've had many failed relationships, and this is all based off of society's measurement and
for the record,
I
was a little jealous of you when you married Mariah, because I was
who was light-skinned in a mug.
Listen, when I was in college, I mean, this is before y'all time, but when I was in college at Millersville University, Mariah Carey poster was on my wall.
Facts.
When y'all got, I said, how did Nick get Mariah?
Yo, I'm sure many people said to themselves, how did he get her? Like, Nick Cannon, of all people. Nick Cannon, how did he get her? You know what I mean? You would have thought, what? Nick Cannon, really? Nah, this got to be AI. This has got to be, this got to be one of those only skits he done with her. But he actually had 2 children with her. Crazy. You know what I mean? Mariah Carey. I'm joking, people. I'm joking. Don't click that up. Don't click that up. You know what I mean? I'm joking that part. But yeah, you know what I mean? I'm joking. You know what I'm saying? That note, that whistle key, no, innit? Yeah, man. She's something different with that whistle note key. When she like, you know what I mean? Nice voice, man.
That's what everybody said.
I was in love with Mariah, but go ahead.
And young Moroccan just gave you that right there.
Yes, sir.
So that is fruits of that.
Yeah.
But in the sense, I say all of this to say, that's the reason for this space.
Yes, sir.
Where I believe I gotta be held accountable for certain things, but in that sense, to whether it's my daughter Onyx or my other daughters and the daughters of our community, I am an example whether I want to be one or not. And that's why it's like, I don't believe in role models, because roles are things that you play. I'm a real model. I'm a real individual. So therefore, there's gonna be a lot.
Yeah, that's true. What you just said there is true. I don't want to say they're a role model, but are you being a role model to lead? All sorts like that. It's not just about, like, someone say I'm a role model or looking up wise. It's about you putting yourself out there, arm's reach, you leading by example, you going on up and beyond, you going out there when you don't even need to be out there. You just showing up to things that may need to be showed up for. People didn't expect you to do this. People didn't expect you to do that. It's not one of those sort of things, isn't it? What you were doing it. And you don't just do it just to do it, just to prove it. You're already like down to do this thing. You know what I mean? To really make a change.
A lot of things that happen in my life that everyone's not going to agree with.
And I think you're going to rectify it because looking into the future, which only God can see.
Right.
Through your daughter Onyx, I think you're going to do some great things with your other children as well.
Right.
But through your daughter Onyx, because of her beautiful, richly melanated, original African complexion, I think y'all going to bring forth some programs, some projects.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm not being rude though. Why is he so focused on only one child of his? Like, that's crazy. Like, why are we having conversations like this? That all his child, no matter what color skin he breeded with another woman. Like, why is this the factor? Why is this about that though? Like, I don't get this conversation sometimes. If he created a child, he's got to be blessed with all the childs that he makes and all the creation that he created, with whether the mom's black, white, light skin, whatever kind of background. She's Muslim, she's Christian, know what I mean, whatever she's religious by. Why does it have to be like so not so watered down, but why does it have to be so much like this? Like, you know, why can't it just be like, yo, I like you, what you do with everything, like all the women who you got in your, like that all the daughters that you created and all the sons that you created. You know what I mean? Like, I hope you really be blessed with some kids that are role models and do their thing just like you do. Why does it have to be like about certain like things like race and stuff? I get it, like certain things are needed to be talked about, but why is it so in your face so much?
Some organizations, a cartoon,
right.
A line of children's books to build black girl self. You understand?
Because one thing I do, and I've had these conversations, one thing I do know with my daughter Onyx, I'm going to have different conversations with her.
Yes, sir, you will. Yes.
Because of the way the society is set
and you're
up.
going to have conversations with them to make sure they remain conscious of their bias when they're relating to their sister.
100%. And they're, because, again, their mother is probably one of the most beautiful, and I even forget even saying dark skin.
Yes.
But because of her complexion is dark skin, but one of the most beautiful women.
Yeah, I think the chocolate only adds to the beauty.
Yeah, and to be able to be that with that.
Yes, sir. Yes,
you know
sir.
what I mean? It is so powerful in itself.
Yes,
to be able to walk in the room and be so striking and
I agree.
And so attractive. And to not look like everyone else, especially today where every woman on Instagram looks exactly the same.
There's nothing more regal, more honorable, more earth-shattering, more attention-grabbing that when a chocolate black woman walks into the room, and I'm going to add natural hair to that because that's my bias, but when a chocolate natural African woman walks into a room full of self-confidence and owns it, the whole room bows down, not literally, but in a metaphorical way, because that right there is God. And what I mean by that, when I say the chocolate African woman is God, she is the original complexion of the first person God put on the planet Earth. And since the black woman is the only woman with the mitochondrial DNA, the Eve gene, and with the chocolate African woman being the most melanated because that's the most original, she is God. And I'm saying that not to deny anyone else their divinity.
We all come from her.
Absolutely. We all come from her. And so it's just so hurtful for me, being a psychologist, working in the schools where I see the shame that a lot of our chocolate princesses endure because they've been miseducated against the fact that when you look in the mirror, you shouldn't see something ugly.
Right.
You should see the most beautiful being on earth.
Right.
And as I said, I believe you and your princess, along with your other children, y'all gonna bring forth something to help shut down the colorism. Because what you do have, Nick, is you have every complexion in your.
I feel like I think society just brings down any sort of men and women. I think we all have bad things and good things to say about each other, no matter what the race is, the colour of skin you look. I think it's a society issue that we have here. I think it's just people having to have too many conversations, like in terms of like causing the division in a lot of things, like in terms of like this person don't want to date this person, that person don't want to date that person, which is a preference. I think if you want to, like, you know, go with your own people, fine, go with your own people, but it becomes society. Why you with this person? Why you with that person? Do you know, like, that's what brings into the society of racism, because we start telling our own people, you can't date this person, date that person. I see it in that way, people. I honestly see that's where the problem is, when we're putting too much standards on our own people. And if they want to be with that person, let them be with that person. If they want to date their own race, date your own race. I don't have a problem with that, people. But it's when people force their things onto other people and try to shame people for not dating their own people, or they get attacked for dating outside their race. And I don't think that should be happening. You see how he said about the black man should be, especially if you only date black women and stuff like that, the black women should be praised and all sorts like that. I think all women should be praised, regardless of what kind of color you are, color skin you are. You know, you praise that person, men or women, for whichever kind you're watching this. Whoever's watching this video, represent whoever you're representing. You know, whatever color skin she is, whatever woman she is, represent that lady right. You know what I mean? Represent yourself right as a man. You know what I mean? Be that family man. Be that guy who's gonna lead from the front. Lead your people from the front. Make a role model out of yourself. That be an example that you need to be an example with people around you, and around you as a people.
Your children.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm saying to you, I'm charging you in the future, because you got a long way to go. Turn that. You understand me? Into a weapon of mass construction. To destroy colorism in our community.
I love it. Can I offer this up? Just because I'm sitting on your couch. I'm right here. I need the help and the understanding. And again, by no means is this an excuse, but I want to unpack it. Could it be that my mother, who is of mixed race, and because I was thinking about this when you asked me, am I, have I been programmed or conditioned to go after a certain type of woman? If my mother, who is a lighter skinned mixed woman, if that was my example as a matriarch, and then even in her mother being of another race, and on my father's side, his mother having, as we all know, because, and then as we go down our lineage, we all gonna be mixed with something. And I know as a, Pan-Africanist, there's an idea of holding on to the diaspora.
Yes, sir.
But the African American, and which is a whole different classification, a black person in America is mixed with everything.
Right.
So for anyone to sit and say,
but those mixtures does not take away from the fact you're still African.
100%.
Because we're the strongest DNA.
100%. So if people say, again, because you said you got
this is the problem that we're having. Too much of this conversation when we don't have to have the conversation. Pan-African, was it FBA's was it who's the other ones? What they call Israelites. Yeah, too much conversations of this. It kills off our people, man. Like, I don't know why we have too much of these conversations. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Got a lot of this ideology because you look.
And I don't mind people going with doing what they do, but when too much of this conversation, it kills our people off instantly.
And see what you came from your mother.
People tell you.
So if I look,
people are gonna tell you you're not black when you're black. People are gonna tell you you're not black enough because you're not black. Oh, you're not from this. You're not that. Like what?
My mother looks
like what we doing?
And has the complexion of a look that is maybe similar to a lot of the mothers of my children.
Okay.
You know, there's been a lot of conversations where they talk about, you know, my mother and Mariah.
Okay. Do they look similar in complexion?
Yes.
Okay.
They look like they cut from the same cloth.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And various, if we're just talking about complexionism, psychologically, would you think that maybe is that more of the reason?
It definitely plays a role. Because I was going to ask you earlier in this conversation, do you feel that your mother or grandmother could have influenced your taste in women?
Right.
Because our mothers do influence us.
Yeah.
Right? Because my mother happens to be my complexion.
Right.
In fact, I look more like my mother than any of her other 6 children.
Okay.
The mother is the first teacher, as we all know.
I said, my mother is, you know, light skin, curly hair. You know, you know.
Right. And she's still with us in the flesh.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So if I.
Yeah. Well, my mom's white and my dad's black. You know what I mean? So they're gonna tell me I'm not black as well. Real talk. It's crazy. It's crazy. This conversation is just crazy.
If I were to have a conversation with your queen mother, I would ask her, not only
my mom's a queen still.
Does your son possibly prefer women of your complexion because you are his first example of love? Our first love affair is our mother, right?
Absolutely.
But I would also ask her, is it possible, in addition to you simply being his first love affair, spiritually speaking, did you pass down core beliefs to your son as it relates to women and complexion? In other words, was it purely by example of her existence as your mother? Or were there certain beliefs and messages she gave to you and values based on skin tone? Could she have inadvertently transferred some of her beliefs onto you in terms of white is better or prettier or lighter girls are more?
It's by
you
example,
know what I mean?
Because we probably never had that conversation.
Right.
But it's just the example of watching what she was assimilating to the idea of what society shows us.
Right.
You know what I mean? As we sit back and talk about where you say you had posters of Mariah on the wall.
I had posters of Mariah.
You know, Mariah and
one
Halle.
of the things I respected about Mariah. I don't know her whole history. But one of the things I did respect about Mariah, because what happened is when rest in peace Whitney Houston kind of receded. Because I was Whitney. And Mariah was the closest thing to her. So I went from Whitney to Mariah. But one of the things I respected about Sister Mariah, especially in this atmosphere where so many mixed race African children would rather be called biracial than black. Mariah told the world, I'm black. You understand me?
Facts.
Because if she didn't, that poster would have never been up. But that takes me to another question for you. As you navigate that terrain with your children, will Nick Cannon be unapologetic about letting them know they're black?
100%.
Okay.
That's easy.
Or will you get pushback from their mothers?
Nah, they're black. They know, again, because of the society. My children are black. And that's even that, because to me, that conversation.
But are they mothers on board?
But no, but that's that conversation about generational wealth that we got to throw out the window, because everybody says, oh, if you go date outside your race, then where's the general wealth conversation?
Okay.
Once they have me as the father, as whether it's the law or whether it's the one drop rule or whether in America, you are black.
That's true. But do their mothers support?
100%.
Okay. So they have no problem with you letting them know you're black. Okay. Because sometimes.
No, they want to be called mixed or I'm just much as this, as that.
Sometimes the non-African mother of the mixed race African children are not comfortable in fact, I had a debate, it was respectful, with a white woman at one of my lectures in Tallahassee or Tampa. And we debated because she says, I do not want my daughter who has a black father. I do not want her identifying as black. I want her identifying as mixed race. And you know what I had to explain to her?
What did you explain?
Because you are racist. You cannot admit that a black child came from your womb. And because of your own core beliefs about African inferiority, you would rather raise your child with a lie that she's mixed race than raise her with the truth that she is black. You're forcing her to live a confused life because you don't want to bear your shame.
Why?
And guess what?
What?
She peacefully bowed out after
She had
that.
to, but this is my only question to that is, why can't you be both? And I only say that because at the core.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to think. Why can't you be both? Why can't you be mixed race, but you're black? Like, and that it makes no sense at all. I swear to God.
Or the foundation, you're black.
Absolutely.
There's no other question.
And the reason you can't be both, you still have a white parent.
Right.
You never, and I tell mixed race children this, you don't ever disrespect your mother. That is your mother. You tell the world, I don't care if you're black, white, purple. She brought you here, that's mom.
Yeah, yeah.
You understand? But racially, spiritually, genetically, anatomically,
society,
you are African because we are the dominant DNA.
Right.
And we are the birthers of the other group. So when you say I'm...
You know, I agree with him with what he says there, man. I definitely agree with what he says there.
half of something that came from your blackness.
Right.
It doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But a lot of our mixed race children are so confused, Brother Nick, because they have the non-African parent trying to hypnotize them into believing the world is going to see them as biracial. When your children walk down the street, and I know you know this, so I'm not teaching you nothing. When your children walk down the street, nobody says there goes a half black child. There goes a black child.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter how fair
skin. You get pulled over from the police.
Absolutely.
Get your black ass out the car.
Absolutely.
Now
but
get
again,
your mixed race ass
going
out the car.
back to the mission.
Nah, you be, maybe. Probably not. We're not that well versed in the UK when we have this topic. Obviously, it's only starting to come in now. That more conversations in the UK that we're starting to really follow, kind of like the American way of thinking like this. I feel like they're starting to really question the mixed race people. You know what I mean? Like people like me and stuff like that, questioning, are you on the black side or you're on your white side, or you just mixed race? Do you identify as both? You know what I mean? I say I'm more on the black side. Because I've grown up with non-stop black people. I've grown up with black people my whole life.
I see you having in your future.
Yeah.
As I said, with your children, y'all going to be able to do a lot to combat colorism, and y'all going to be able to do a lot to educate mixed race children on their African heritage. Because let's be honest, there's more of them than ever before.
Yes.
And most of them, because they come to me, even the adults, they feel isolated.
I bet.
So what if Nick Cannon and his children come out with a line of books?
Yeah.
You feel me? With mixed race characters where they go through the struggles of what it is to be black, having a not. You understand me?
Yeah, I like it.
Think about that,
that's
bro.
Powerful.
That's you. That is you right there.
Yeah.
That is the new Cosby. What was the Fat Albert? That's the new Fat Albert.
The Cosby Kids.
A whole with mixed race kids, and they go through the issues of race and things like that. Because one of the areas where I would constructively criticize our brothers and sisters in entertainment is I don't think y'all deal enough with the real issues that our children suffer with, that I think y'all can introduce into y'all content and it not be offensive to no other group.
Yeah.
You see, like that mixed race piece?
Yeah.
You can educate on that. Nobody gonna be offended by that.
Yeah,
that's exclusively a
real.
black. You see what I'm saying? So I just wish I would get more into that a little bit more.
There you go, people, man. What do you think about this conversation, people? Did you agree on certain parts? Did you disagree on certain parts? Did you like certain parts they were talking about? Was the conversation good or not? If you want me to react to many more of these conversations with these type of conversations like this, put it in the comment section down below, people. Don't matter who the person who you want me to react to, just make sure it's good and stuff like that to react to.